I'm sick of being sick. I'm sick of being sore and not being able to talk to my kids because my mouth hurts too much. Like, I'm sick of it. So if this is you and you're in the same boat, please just let me know in the comments that I am not alone. Because it's really hard. It's really hard to just try and keep it all together all the time.
No, I'm in so much pain.
So this is going to be a pretty raw and authentic video that I'm going to do for you today. I really wanted to talk about the problem that I've been having over the last 15 years. And I may get a little bit emotional, but do bear with me. So this is something that I've been struggling with. I've been suffering with mouth ulcers and night sweats for the last 15 years. And no one can give me an explanation as to why this is happening. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. Which is also the reason why I've created this channel as well, as an outlet to at least get to the bottom of it and to at least understand that hopefully I'm not alone. And if you are struggling with the same problem, that you are also not alone and that there's someone out there that's struggling with exactly the same issue that you have. So in this video today, if this sounds like you and you're going through the same thing, please put in the comments below and let me know if you are suffering with the same issue and suffering with the same thing. Like, let's use this as a community, an opportunity for us to gather, rally around together, to support each other, to make sure that we are there to support each other, because hell knows the freaking doctors out here ain't giving us nothing. So in this video, I'm going to share what I've been suffering with, the frequency and how long I seem to go through periods of not having mouth ulcers and night sweats and then having them. In addition, what the doctors have said to me, what I'm having to take at the moment to help kind of minimize that and literally just get through life and to be able to hold it together. In addition, how it affects me, how it affects my everyday life, trying to be a mum, look after my 3 kids, be a wife, have a full-time job and be a creator, all of those things. What I've tried as well and what I've changed within my life at the moment to try and help me just get through, and what I've learned as well, what I've learned over this time, and also what I'm going to be doing moving forward. So as I said, I've been suffering with mouth ulcers, and I'm not talking about the little mouth ulcers that pop up, you know, on the inside of your lip, or you get them on your tongue or on the inside of your gum. I'm talking about full-blown whole mouth situation, my whole tongue, but the roof of my mouth, the back of my throat, the inside of my lip, literally everything, where it stops me and cripples me to a point where I literally can't talk. In my full-time job, I talk all the time. I'm in the learning and development space, so I'm talking all the time, either facilitating or training or having meetings, all of that stuff where I need to be talking all the time. And I love to talk. You can see that. I love to talk. But I'm literally at a point where I am so drained physically, I just can't talk. And because it hurts. It hurts so much. It feels like my whole mouth is on fire. And even when I drink water, it will literally just sting my whole mouth. This is not a little situation. I think for me to be able to properly demonstrate this point to you, I'm going to show you in a clip that I took earlier on this year, because I feel like every time I go to the doctor, they're not hearing what I'm saying. So watch this clip and it will articulate everything that I'm feeling.
Please bear with me. The reason why I'm taking a pause, we'll actually understand in a minute. But I can hardly talk and my mouth hurts. I have the worst mouth ulcers. I have them all over my tongue. Now, prepare yourself. This is, if you don't like gross stuff, please look away. And please don't judge me. You know, my tongue might look disgusting. But I'm sharing this because there must be someone out there who's struggling with the same thing. There. All on the ends. And then at the back as well. Like at the back, you know, where your tongue is and where your teeth, your big teeth are at the back, and how they sit. And then when you talk, then it rubs, my teeth rub on it. No, I'm in so much pain. It's just energetically draining. I want to take my son to a birthday party now at 2 o'clock. And I just think, oh my God, I was supposed to go grocery shopping, as I said, and I have just put it on pause. I'm like, I'm going to have to do it tomorrow. I need to go and lie down and start taking these meds so I can start feeling at least a little bit better. But hoping that someone else is if this is you or you've been through something similar, listen, I don't want to feel like I'm alone. Each time I talk to someone about it, like, oh yeah, I had a mouth ulcer the other day, and I'm like, this is not one that's like on the side of your cheek that you can pretty much bite off. These are freaking gashing ulcers. Look. And it feels like my mouth is on fire. I can't eat anything. My energy is like low as hell because I just can't eat anything. Anything that I eat just like it's just too painful. So it's a complete catch-22. And all I want to do is sleep. All I want to do is sleep just so I can just relieve myself from the pain. It feels like I have a fever. That's the feeling that I have when I have this. It feels like I've got a fever.
So, does that feel like you? Have you been going through the same thing? Please let me know. I really want to feel like I am not alone in this journey. Please, there must be someone else out there who is going through the same thing. And if you are, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you've had something similar or you can relate to this or it makes sense or whatever it is. Like, I just want to feel like I'm not alone and that hopefully this video also helps you to realize that you are not alone as well in this journey. Coming back to the night sweats. So the night sweats I've been having, so this is not a like pre-menopause. I'm 40 years old. I'm 40 now. I've got 3 kids and I think I've always been a hot sleeper, but this is not a small like, oh, I'm just a little bit hot. This is a full-blown head to toe. Sometimes I feel it on my feet situation. My whole body is sweating at night. So I don't get a good night's sleep. And then I think that also I think the two are linked. That also means that I get the mouth ulcers because my sleep is completely messed up, right? So I think the two, and this is only something that I've learned over the last few years, that the two are like inextricably linked together. So sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm completely drenched from head to foot. I have to take all my clothes off, change my pajamas, and then get back in bed. Sometimes it's like 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever it is. And then I have to put a towel down on the bed because part of the bed is wet. And then I'll get a new blanket because obviously that one that I've got is already damp as well. So it's like all of this stuff is happening in the middle of the night when I should be sleeping. And so I have tried as well with some of the sheets that I use. I don't use a very heavy duvet cover or anything like that. It's pretty light, but it's not as bad as it used to be, but it's still up there. It's up there as one of the sweatiest things. So then I have to every 2 days, after that night, then I might just rotate all of the sheets, rotate the mattress, those at the other end of the bed. So at least I can get a little bit more wear out of it. And then the second day, then I have to take all the sheets off, put those in the washing. Like it's a whole thing. So with the mouth ulcers and the night sweats and then trying to keep my life right. Like, listen, I'm trying to age like Angela Bassett over here and just keep it together. But somehow it's not working. Something is not right. Right? This is not normal. Is it normal? Maybe it is. I don't know. This is the thing. Like, so let's talk about the frequency and how often this happens for me. I'll go through periods where I won't have any mouth ulcers. I won't have any mouth ulcers. I won't have any night sweats. And I'm like, oh my God, this is what living looks like. This is what sleeping looks like. And then something will happen. And I don't know what it is. I'm not sure if it's maybe a trigger at work or maybe things are a little bit crazy or whatever it is. And then I'll feel on the inside of my gum like something raised. I'm like, oh no, it's back again. And then it will disappear. And then it'll come back. And then the next day I'll wake up and my whole mouth is covered. Whole mouth. So it's not like a gradual thing of 1, 2, and then it disappears. It's like 1, 2, hey, we're here. We've come to join the party, mix things up. That's how it feels. It's probably every 6 to 8 weeks, I've noticed it, that I'll get a full-blown attack of the mouth. And then I'm just down. I am down, like, I just can't talk to anyone. I can't eat anything. The only thing that seems to relieve me and make me feel better, because I've said before, it feels like my whole mouth is burning, is to have something cold. So if I drink milk, I'm like, oh God, that's the best thing since sliced bread. Like it just cools my mouth, or I can have yogurt. So I'm not eating as I should be because my mouth hurts so much. And then probably I'm having the wrong things, like, I don't know, like milk or something that makes it worse. So I'm literally in this spiral and this catch-22 situation where I don't know what the best thing is to do. So let's get into what the doctors have said. So I'm not gonna lie, the doctors haven't been the most helpful. And it's been 15 years and I'm still in the same place. Like, surely there must be a reason why this is happening. I've had tests, I've done blood tests, I've done all the things, right? I've get the results back, everything is good. Like, on paper, I am A+. Iron levels are good, all my blood work, everything is good, right? But on paper, I'm great. I'm living my best life, but I'm not. I am not living my best life. I'm at a point where I'm on the struggle bus every single day. And is that normal? Is this how it's supposed to be? Is this how it's supposed to be? And no one told me. Like, I feel like that's where I'm at in my life. Is this what everyone else suffers with, and they're all suffering in silence and no one's saying anything? No, it cannot be the case. Like, please, it can't be the case that I'm sitting here on my own on the other side of the world. I can't be the only one that's struggling with this, right? That's in relation to my mouth ulcers. I haven't even gone down the path even more to uncover what the night sweats are. Some doctors have said night sweats could be, and even if you Google it, I've done it in the middle of the night. I've Googled it, and I know I shouldn't have done, but I've Googled it and it said, it could be post-traumatic stress. It could be traumas. It could be just that you're a hot sleeper. You got to change your bed sheets. All of these things. And even when it comes to mouth ulcers as well, it could be mostly, people say it's stress related and your energy levels and all of that stuff. Okay, I take that. I receive that. But what do I do about it? Like, how do I tackle that? So yes, reduce the stress levels, all of that, and which is all things that I'm working on. But it's not. I haven't got a clear, defined diagnosis from the doctor. I have got I'm still waiting to speak to an immunologist to check out what's happening with my immune system. Maybe that will shed some light. But one of the doctors that I spoke to probably in the last 3 months said that it could be something called Beckett's disease, which is what I'm suffering with my mouth ulcers. But you need to have, for that to be determined, you also need to have another symptom as well, either with something that affects your eyes, or you have issues with your genitalia, etc. But I'm like, I don't have that, right? I wear glasses, but that's it. I don't have any inflammation in my eyes, which is what they're referring to. So with that second diagnosis, then they can link it and say, okay, yes, you have Beckett's disorder, whatever it is. But I don't have that second, issue. So I'm back to square one. So it's maybe that's what I could be struggling with, but we don't know. So I've tried acupuncture as well. I went to an acupuncturist and she said that it could be something to do with unprocessed childhood trauma. And I am going to therapy for that stuff as well. So it could be something along there. I've tried acupuncture. I've tried I'm trying and have tried all the things. I've tried Chinese herbs. I've tried them all. And yes, they have worked to a certain degree, but still, I would say that the acupuncture and the Chinese herbs and medicines that I was taking actually really did work for a period of time. And I have been slack and I haven't been back, but they did work. And I did see definitely a reduced level in my an elevated level in my energy, and also my eye stopped twitching. So my eye was twitching like something chronic. So probably about 4 years ago, it would literally just be like this all the time underneath my eye, underneath my right eye, twitching constantly. And I think that had something to do with my liver. So I think that had, so the Chinese medicine that I was taking did help with that as well. So let's talk about some of the things that I've actually changed in my life so far. I've tried simple things, like I've changed out my toothpaste. So I no longer use just the regular like fluoride toothpaste. I make sure that the toothpaste that I use doesn't contain any SLS or is also paraben free. And that has helped, because I found that when I had terrible mouth ulcers, or when I have them, honestly, it's even painful just to take the toothbrush and put it in my mouth to brush my teeth. So not a strong fluoride minty taste, and it has definitely helped me to be able just to, to have some good mouth hygiene, so I don't have like terrible breath. And I also use a chloride as well, just to rinse it out in my mouth when I'm having having issues as well. So that has definitely helped. I don't have any sugar in my diet. I noticed that when I have mouth ulcers, then I can't have any sugar whatsoever. Literally exacerbate. No, it just makes it worse, and it just stings. It feels like even more like someone's taken a lighter to my mouth and literally set it on fire. So I can't have any sugar. I also as of the beginning of this year, I stopped drinking alcohol, but I actually did have a cider the other day, and it tasted so good. I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. But I've pretty much stopped drinking. So any opportunity where others might be drinking, I actually just don't drink. And then you have to go through the whole conversation. Oh, are you pregnant? Are you having a baby? No, that shop has closed. There's no more babies coming. I just am not drinking any alcohol. But the other thing that I haven't taken a deeper look at yet is my diet. So that's something that I'm looking to explore, and just to maybe take out some things. Maybe it's dairy I'll take out altogether, or maybe it's carbs or whatever. I don't know. But the thing is that I have to say the key has been trying one thing at a time to see what works. So I haven't been doing everything all at once. This is over, this is probably been over the last 7 years or so. I've been trying different things and just changing out one thing at a time to see what works, because I found that at the beginning I was doing all these things all at once and I didn't know what was working, and I couldn't tell what was giving me the benefit and what wasn't. So I've tried just one thing at a time. So if you're in the same boat and you're feeling like this, maybe just try one thing and just see how it goes. Oh, this light is looking on point. One of the things that I have learned is that my mouth ulcers and my night sweats seem to be inextricably linked. So when I have a huge flare up of mouth ulcers, I've also noticed that I have the terrible night sweats. Like it's so bad. It's been an interesting year, actually, because it's probably over the last year that I've noticed that the most, that if I have mouth ulcers, then I will also get night sweats. And then when I don't have either, and I have this medication that my doctor has given me, which is actually a steroid. It's a steroid medication, which I take, and I'm not a fan of, to be honest, because it really just messes up with my stomach. But it's the only thing that I can take that actually allows me just to function. Right? To function, to do the things that I need to. But I don't want to keep taking them. That can't be the only recommendation, right? So there must be something else that I can do that will help with this, I don't know, along the way. So as I said, the two of them are linked together, which doesn't help, but also does mean that I can see the pattern. So I think it really is, if you're struggling with this and you're in the same boat, I recommend noting it down. So I've got a notebook here, just noting it down and seeing when things change and seeing when they happen, and there is a pattern to it. And I'm trying to unpack this myself, just like you. So keep a note of when things happen, when the dates are, when you have a flare up, when you don't have a flare up, what may have happened, what happened that day, or something like that. I noticed I was going through a lot of issues just issues. I'm not going to get into it. And I noticed that there sometimes was a trigger there. And when I was feeling either uptight or upset or stressed or anything like that, then it meant that I would either break out in some sort of night sweats that night, or have a mouth ulcer the next day or something like that. It's just, it's fucked up. Sorry, excuse my language, but it's just, I'm at my wit's end. And I don't know what to do. Yeah. That's about right. So let's get into what I'm doing now and the reason for this channel. The reason that I started this channel is because I'm fighting for simplicity. Fighting for simplicity in every aspect of my life, to be able to manage these health concerns that I'm having. Because I took a look around my house, and I took a deep look. It was like one Saturday afternoon, and I looked around and I was like, I've got so much stuff everywhere. Is the clutter and the things in my life having an effect on me? Am I not putting better boundaries in place with my kids and my family to make sure that I'm not doing everything and trying to be a superhero here and freaking superwoman and do all the things for everyone? Am I not taking better care of my health? My kids are not little ones anymore. So they're 11, 10 and 7. And I love them with my dear heart little gems. But maybe I need to teach them to do more things so that I can have more space. You know, they're not little where they're so dependent on me anymore. I need to teach them to do more things. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I'm literally taking so that they can do that stuff. And then I can start taking better care of me. I think that's one thing that is kind of a bit of a aha moment for me, is that maybe I'm not putting myself first. And that's a hard thing to swallow, right? As a parent, as a mum, that you've realized that you're not putting yourself first. And it's hard because you're a mum, you're a wife, you're a carer. So it's hard to suddenly be like, no, but it makes me feel like I'm being selfish. And that's a hard pill to swallow. It's really hard. So on this channel, it's all about fighting for simplicity, fighting for keeping things simple so that I can regain my life back. I can regain my health. I can start feeling like I'm on top of the world and I'm not falling to pieces. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of being sick. I'm sick of being sore and not being able to talk to my kids because my mouth hurts too much. I'm sick of it. So if this is you and you're in the same boat, please just let me know in the comments that I am not alone, because it's really hard. It's really hard to just try and keep it all together all the time. So I will be going through and decluttering my house and trying to up level where I can. Oh my God, I'm a mess. Trying to look at my health and see how I can improve it. So on this channel, I'll be exploring, how I can tackle some of these health issues that I'm having, right? I've reached the age of 40 years old, and maybe it's time to take a look at my food, my wellness, my sleep, managing my skin, working a full-time job, my anxiety and my stress levels, and keeping my energies in check and all of that stuff. Managing kids, mum life, all of that stuff. So it will be fairly broad, but the one thing that this channel has in common, right, with every other video, it will be rooted back to fighting for simplicity and to make sure that I can get my health. Everything will be rooted in the health concerns that I have, and making sure that whatever I do comes back to that. So if this sounds like what you're interested in, and this video has helped you, and you've been feeling in the same place, then please do leave a comment below and let me know how you've been feeling. I'll be there in the comments, don't you worry, to cheer you on, to support you. I really want this to feel like a community where we can all reach out and share and support each other along the way. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.